ever there is one driver which can propel our country to full-scale developed status, then it is through quality skills training. On that front, the Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training, COTVET, through a Skills Development Fund, is spearheading that agenda in Ghana.
Who is going to provide the service?
And our main focus has been on mass production of garments.
There was a lot of talk about Sakawa. Are you able to use these same processes to also apprehend people? That is correct.
Our research showed that Ghana was at number 8 in the world when it comes to cybercrime.
On this program, we shall open up the SDF to you.
So SDF is here to support businesses to train their staff to be very productive.
All that we're trying to do is to build a very solid human capital base.
We shall profile beneficiaries of SDF.
We are now even positioned to train about 400 workers.
We give them $276,000 US. There is a fund from which we are giving grants to businesses to address these challenges.
You develop these moringa plants into products like soap, creams. Okay.
Watch SDF Diaries on the Joy News channel on Multi TV every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. SDF, managed by COTVET, is an initiative of the government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
The exports of agricultural products in Ghana has been dominated since independence by the cash crop regime of cocoa. Our over-reliance on cocoa has not been very helpful, as the prices of cocoa is determined by international factors which sometimes fluctuates to the detriment of Ghana's economy. This informed Ghana's decision to encourage the cultivation and export of non-traditional commodities. In the past 2 decades, exports of non-traditional commodities has increased from $71 million in 1993 to $2.6 billion in 2012. To date, the private sector has driven this development, with most of the exports led by small-scale entrepreneurs involved in the nursery, cultivation, harvesting, processing and packaging for exports. One of such companies involved in this value chain is AGRI Commercial Services Limited, a seed and tomato farming enterprise located in Wenchi in the Brong-Ahafo region.
Today, we visit AGRI Commercial Services and find out from them how they have also benefited from SDF support. Join me, let's go to Wenchi. My name is Albert Tankra and you are warmly welcome to SDF Diaries.
AGRI Commercial has been in existence since 2006, producing certified seeds in hybrid maize, sorghum and cowpea as rotational crops for farmers, in addition to its fresh tomato cultivation. The fresh tomato was targeted to feed the 200 metric tons a day processing plant of AfriLink Limited, also located in Wenchi, now defunct, and the government of Ghana-owned tomato factory at Techimam. AGRI Commercial also works with 500 outgrower farmers by producing extension services in Ghana, agricultural practices to grow tomatoes, sorghum, cowpea and maize for the wider market. This is part of the after-sales support in its seed business. AGRI Commercial competes with various individual seed growers in the municipality who produce mainly cowpea and open pollinated varieties of maize. The company is the only producer of hybrid maize and sorghum seeds in the municipality. The hybrids are resistant to diseases and therefore yield averagely 50% higher than the open pollinated varieties. AGRI Commercial was set up to produce high-yielding varieties of crops that thrived in the region's soil and also helped farmers adopt good agronomic practices. The organization, among others, has the following objectives: to increase tomato production through improved productivity from 30 metric tons to 60 metric tons per hectare, to increase seed production to 750 metric tons from its initial 50 metric tons, to assist selected commercially minded outgrower farmers in Wenchi municipality to increase on-farm productivity by 50% to 300% by 2015, and to attain all year-round production of vegetables, especially fresh tomatoes, for the reopening of the local tomato processing company, AfriLink Limited. Mr. Kwabena Edu Jemfi is the Managing Director of AGRI Commercial.
The main objective of the organization is to produce good quality vegetables, starting with tomatoes, for the fresh market and for processing facilities. And if we say good quality, we mean one that tastes very well, sweet, sour, not the very acidic, biting tomatoes we have in our country. A good shelf life of about 14 days. And then with the seed that is adapted to our environment, high yielding, so that the farmer can get the yield potential of the seed as we advertise. We also give good extension services to the farmers in terms of good agronomic practices, so that they can achieve the yield potential of the variety of seeds we supply them. And in some situations like sorghum, we even buy back the grain if the farmer can't get access to market for the seed that they bought from us, the grain they produce from the seeds they bought from us. So broadly, these are the three main objectives that is guiding all that we do here.
Since its formation years ago, the company has been saddled with challenges which had been hampering its operations. The challenges include low yields due to low soil fertility, over-reliance on rain-fed agriculture's effects of high humidity and humid grounds providing fertile grounds for diseases. Following a review of its work by Crops Research Institute and the Soil Research Institute of Ghana, it was discovered that the two major reasons for the relatively low yield in crop production in Wenchi were the low soil fertility and high humidity of the lands. These challenges, which also prevailed in several parts of the country, led to low yields in tomato production for both organization and outgrowers.
The challenge with the soil is this. Again, vegetables operate in the soil pH. The pH determines the environment, how ideal the environment is for the roots to pursue its nutrients, mine its nutrients for the plant growth. Vegetables, tomato, like many other vegetables, is between 6.5 and 7. Most of our soils are very acidic. It's about 4, 4.5, and even sometimes even lower. This is because of the types of fertilizers we use constantly cropping on one particular location. Then tomato, again, like other vegetables, it needs heavy organic matter levels. And organic matter is mainly from the compost, chicken manure and other compost materials. Constant cropping on one location will always reduce the quantities. To give you some numbers, on our own fields, we realized that our acidity was about 4.5, pH was about 4.5, and the organic matter was about 0.2, when we needed only about a minimum of about 4%. The seeds we grow in Ghana, mostly by the farmers, it's not of good quality because you see they extract their own seeds from rotten tomatoes and that kind of activities, and it doesn't give you a healthy plant. But there are companies that specialize in seed. Currently, we are not doing. Even though we are a seed company, we don't do vegetable seed. But gradually, we hope to grow there. It's a specialized industry. You need to have certain skills to isolate the type of crop you want to extract the seeds from. Healthy, vibrant, crops is where you extract your seeds from, so that the one going to plant will also get a very healthy one. Yeah.
The Skills Development Fund (SDF) supports training institutions to develop innovative training content to meet key skills challenges of industry. Starting this April, watch SDF Diaries on the Joy News channel on Multi TV every Saturday, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. SDF, managed by Cuthbert, is an initiative of the Government of Ghana with support from the World Bank and Danida.
From soil analysis conducted by the Soil Research Institute, soils in Wenchi have an average pH of 4.6 and organic matter level of 1.2%, and the trend is similar to all soils in the Brong-Ahafo region. This is due to the high acidity from the wrongful usage of sulfate of ammonia and other fertilizers. Excessive cropping of same crops, especially maize on the same lands, depletes soil nutrients without any replenishment through modern methods of crop rotation. The average humidity of both the Ashanti and Brong-Ahafo regions is 55%, which is high and has a tendency to breed diseases amongst vegetables, including tomatoes. In view of the challenges posed by the soil composition and unfavorable weather patterns in these two regions, the average output of tomatoes produced by agri-commercial has stood at an average 1.2 tons per acre. As part of strategies to combat the soil and weather challenges, agri-commercial developed a proposal to adopt greenhouse technology in the cultivation of tomatoes. The greenhouse is internationally proven to have the capacity to produce 100 tons per acre, unlike open field cultivation that is characterized by the aforementioned challenges in soil composition and unfavorable weather patterns, thereby enabling agri-commercial produce at optimal levels. In 2012, agri-commercial successfully applied to SDF for funding to train 50 people comprising 8 staff and outgrowers in vegetable cultivation using greenhouse technology and 100 farmers in small business management. Consequently, SDF approved a grant of 272,855 Ghana cedis to support Agri-Commercial Limited.
The Skills Development Fund is geared towards supporting entities to improve on their skills and technology, introduce new technologies into what they do. Agri-Commercial Approach Skills Development Fund requesting for funding to do a similar thing in the area of introducing new technology into what they do, specifically the introduction of greenhouse technology so that they will be able to cultivate their crops throughout the year. This also has a tendency of improving upon the yields per acre and making them a bit more competitive than they are now. So they were supported, their staff and outgrowers, as well as some students from the Agri department of the Methodist University benefited from this training into the greenhouse technology. And one of the key participants was also the farm manager for agri-commercial in the person of Mr. Benjamin Amofa. So for us in SDF, we believe that this will help the firm to be more competitive and to meet the challenges going forward.
Agri-commercial staff and outgrowers were among the trainees in the usage of the greenhouse technology. Part of the grant was used to produce a greenhouse, which was used in the training. Trainees underwent training conducted by Dizengoff Ghana Limited on greenhouse production of vegetables. Among the beneficiaries of the skills training was Benjamin Amofa, the farm manager of Agri-Commercial Limited.
Basically, we are into tomato production. And then as we got this technology, that's the greenhouse production, we are able to produce tomato high quality and then high yielding tomatoes as compared to what we were doing the first time. That is the open field tomato production. Open field, I mean the unprotected environment. You know, these structures are protected. You are able to control the temperatures, you are able to control weeds and then insects, which are the most dangerous challenges we face in tomato production in these areas. Yeah, we are able to produce high quality tomatoes, as I said earlier. And then this technology has helped us a lot, especially the students around, the farmers within this vicinity, and then I myself. We've acquired a lot of training. We are able to, as you can see, we are able to get high yielding quality produce from this greenhouse.
Fatima Sina, an outgrower, tells her story of how the skills acquired in greenhouse cultivation enhance her knowledge.
Na ya hu adwuma wanya bia 1.5 tons to an acre. Na se si ya no dan mu kire se dia ya sha se ate so ba ko pekura no eno no ya 25 nti no 25 no se wo dey compare acre no 1.5 tons per acre na we no ba ko pen a ya te so no se wo be wi a owura wa nkasa fa check hwe se dodo sen pa no ebenya free mu check na se ebenya be 100 nti na kese enya de da fom ebe boa pa se ebe makuafo dodo kura a wo nyina ya to so de hu adwuma bi ya no wo mumrem na ye meka ho na entre na mfaso wo me de mehu se mfaso wo ebe boa aboa pa nti wo a wo nchen bi ya no ye nya open field adon na ye bre hunu na greenhouse no na mo ano emma bre no nyina so te yare bia ni dem ho a ye ka ho de hia ne se wa hwe so yie amma no study time idea ma wo se fa man suo ne yi nyina wo hwe so pepepa am se mfum so bia ni akiri a ye be house me kodo afuo 4 acres ma bragu ma boka ne nema we de me feel se ka bia ni e ya hoto so nko ase wo bre so kura so twa e ma wo ankasa unya bibi ma wo hoto kakra.
Bismarck Nyakun from Akumadan, a former tomato best farmer winner, narrates how the technology has greatly improved his business. He tells us of the losses he made cultivating tomatoes on an open field. Today, his story is different.
SDF for Emma doesn't go for scatter or me training war abefo